Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.
Hello and welcome to Nirmal Bank, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Yunal Daria. We have with us Ria Singh, technical analyst, currencies joining in. Ria, welcome to the show. Let's start with the US dollar. Now, taking cues into consideration, especially with regards to where the dollar goes, you have the Fed, which has continued with their accommodative stance amid the inflation concern. How do you think that will actually impact the dollar from here on?
Yes, yes. So obviously there is a risk with respect to the inflation because Fed was struggling so much in the past few years to get the inflation at 2%. They were struggling to get the inflation high, but now after the recovery that is seen into the economy, a small but there is recovery that is happening, which is leading the inflation on the higher side due to the pent-up demand that is coming into the market right now. Now, if you look at the statements that has come forward from the Fed, now they are clearly not very much concerned with the inflation. They are, stating it that it will be a short-lived inflation. So by the end of the November December, they are predicting that the inflation will again come to the normalized range. So this is the reason why there is no further steps that is taken towards the inflation rate or how to tackle with it. And if you look at these statements, everything was something that we were quite anticipating. There was not any new agenda that was there or any new front that was put forth. We were expecting that there will be an accommodative stance, the fiscal support will be there, the asset purchases will continue at the similar pace. So I think the trajectory that they have released with respect to the rate hikes is something that we can focus on. Now, if you look at their timings, they have stated that it will be in 2023. So it is still 2 years, that the economy will get back to its normal, pace of the growth that the US was witnessing. So I think whatever the economic recovery has just started, the fiscal measure and the effort that the US government with respect to the fiscal measures, as well as the various steps that was taken during the pandemic phase, the first since March, since the lockdown measures came into force. I think those measures and effort are now showing their outcome, and there is a small recovery that is happening into the economy, into the US altogether, but still the major sectors are still under much stress. So it will take quite some time to get to the pre-pandemic level growth rate. So so the major thing that we need to analyze is at what pace will the inflation actually increase into the market. If it accelerates at uncertain rate, that is something that Fed needs to keep an eye on. And plus uh, you know if what will be the vaccination drive pace. Now they are anticipating that the vaccination will widen and the pace will pick up. But if it doesn't happen, then the obviously the lockdown measures elimination phase will be pushed back towards a much later timeline than they have anticipated. So I think these few measures were something that we were all keeping an eye on, and there is not much of a surprise that was given to us from the Fed altogether. So I think apart from that, only the now we what will be the yields that will come into effect? Will they go forward with buying into the longer, the long yields down the timeline, which will push the rates, under the perspective and so forth. So there is no timeline that was, there is no statement that was given on that front. So I think for the dollar index, it will remain around 91.25 to 92.50 range, at least on a shorter term. Only there is a talk between the US and China on Thursday and Friday with respect to the talks that were halted with the presidential election and so forth. So there is a resume into that. So if there is anything that comes out from those meet, that can have a fundamental effect. But talking about the dollar index altogether, I think it will be in a range bound between 91.25 to 92.50 at least in the next coming month.
Right. So that's with regards to where the dollar goes. Now, if you see in terms of the pound as well, Ria, clearly it's taken some kind of a rebound right now. It's regained its stronghold against the dollar. What would you actually, say that why is this strength coming back, and how do you see the future move?
Yeah, so I think there was quite profit-taking action that had happened into the pound altogether, with the FOMC meeting coming up. So there was quite an uncertainty phase around that. And plus, there is also a Bank of England policy that will be coming later today. How hawkish will the Bank of England be on its policy? So that is, I think, altogether that had put pressure. And then again, the EU stand, the legal stand that it had taken against the UK altogether with respect to the Brexit issue. I think these few measures were, these few factors were in play to get, the pound on a weaker note against the dollar. Plus, I think there can be a play from the central bank as well, because they were indicating that such a strong pound is actually hurting their cross trade, the cross trade bills and so forth. So I think obviously if the pound goes much stronger than what it was at that age, at that level around 1.4 and so forth, it would hurt the trade across border trades. It will make it expensive. So I think a little bit of relaxation into the pound was needed for the cross border trade. And I think going forward, it will again, test the similar highs as far as they have a stronger foothold onto the vaccination drive, and they remain alongside the blueprint of lockdown measures that the Prime Minister has issued. So there is not much there's not much of a disadvantage that the UK economy have right now, apart, from if the legal proceedings goes into a much major phase, or there is some negative economic numbers that has come in. Only the inflation is the part where UK has to tackle with. I think apart from that, there is not much of negativity that is going around. So as far as it has these advantages point from by its side, it will continue with its stronger hold, against the dollar in the coming sessions.
Right. And overall, what would your outlook be with regards to where the Indian rupee goes?
So Indian rupee has continued to be volatile. I think the inflation factor has also weighed on into the rupee itself, because we are seeing inflation going beyond the targeted rate. And the India's government did set it around 2% to 6% range, and it is going beyond that. Obviously, because of the rising crude oil prices and the such a volatility into the other products. So this is leading the consumer prices higher. So if the inflation goes on, there is a risk that the rate hike could come sooner than anticipated, which will hurt the economic recovery altogether. So obviously, if it goes beyond 6%, beyond 7.7, 7.5%, this will hurt, the RBI stand as to how far they can keep the policy loose in order to aid into the economic recovery. So apart from the inflation thing, I think central bank will remain active as far as keeping the rupee under, around 70. 1.90 to 72.50 range. Though the recent such measures have not been very fruitful, as it is bouncing back to the towards 73 altogether. So I think you can definitely buy from the lower levels and short from the higher levels. It will be quite a range bound session for the rupee. So you can say around 73.05 to 72.35 is the short-term range that you can look into the rupee.
Right. So overall, what would the strategies be?
I think you can buy into the rupee around 72.58, 72.55, keep a target of 70 to 75, and follow a very strict SL of 70 to 38. So we are seeing some of the positivity returning into the pound as well. So you can buy GBP INR around 101 point, it's trading at 101.44. So you can buy around 101.30 or 101 point, beyond 101.50. Keep a strict target at 101.60, 101.85 with the stop loss at 101.30. The next strategy that you can look into is going long into Euro INR as well. Now, if you have seen the opening session in today, it has remained quite a range bound, but it has not breached the today's low. So this is showing some support into the pair from the lower levels. So you can definitely go long above 86.79. Go for a target of 86.97. Keep a strict SL at 86.65.
Right. Thank you, Ria, so much for sharing the strategies with us and giving us your views as well. And thank you, participants.